What's up? I was looking at your video and the one you just posted, and I don't know if it's just me, but that's pretty. It's it's not really accurate. First off, you had to keep in mind that Konami does not make, or formally Upper Deck, Konami does not make the ban list off of what we think, like so-called researching, by looking at Pojo and forums, by looking at that stuff and seeing what people have put on their ban list. That has nothing to do with what the actual ban list is gonna be. Um, like take example, last format, the March ban list. They put Plaguespur, Zombie, and Mizuki at one. Um, I don't know if I kind of doubt that people were predicting that. Maybe not that harsh, and I kind of doubt people were predicting that Destiny Draw would go to two. Um, but also some points that you brought up. In Ancient Prophecy, the sneak preview card is XX Saber Garda Strike. Um, like you don't have to keep the name a secret because it's on this website, Shriek TCG, that tons of people check. It's basically like the number one Yu-Gi-Oh site for updates. But the big card in this set is Black Shining G. You can remove it from playing your graveyard to destroy a monster that's synchro summoned. So you can expect one or two of those in Lights ones. But also you said that Black Whirlwind was going to one. I disagree with this just because, in my opinion, Black Whirlwind is terrible. Um, I don't care if they touch it personally. I don't play Black Wings. I think Black Wings are terrible overall. I don't lose to them just because Black Whirlwind, you play it, you have to normal summon, and the normal summon has to go through. So if I bottomless, or I book a moon, or I soul him, the Black Whirlwind cannot go off because that's just the way the card works. So someone has to go through successfully, and your opponent can't respond. So if you summon and I take the monster off the field, Black Whirlwind doesn't go. And with Book of Moon and Bottomless being so big this format, and probably next format, I don't see why they need to touch Whirlwind. Maybe they could semi it. I don't think it matters. But the real problem is Gale. Gale is a shrink with legs. It's ridiculous. They just go Shuro, Whirlwind, Gale, special half, sure attack. I get another Gale, Synchro, Dark Strike. There's too many combos with Gale. Gale is just too, how should I say this, like, it's too versatile because you can Dark Eruption it, you can search for it. It's a tuner. If it wasn't a tuner, it wouldn't be as broke. If say Kalut was a tuner, okay, then Gale probably wouldn't need to be touched. And Kalut probably wouldn't be needed to touch either. But the fact that you can special summon Gale as a tuner, and you can have that's way too overpowered. They need to put it at least two. I could see it going to one. As far as I'm concerned, Konami's being pretty harsh with the ban list. But they're not gonna like ban and put cards at 1 and 2 that don't need to be, like Book of Moon. You said should go to 1. Book of Moon does not win games. It stops cards like Summoner Monk from going off. It stops OTKs, but stopping OTKs is something that definitely should not be discouraged. If this game was just full of OTKs, it would be terrible. It'd be like the Chimera Tech format. So really, Book of Moon. I think they should put it back at 2. Just because it is kind of an annoying card, but there's no need to put out 1. And you also said Honest is going to 1. Honest. Now I would love if they put it at 1, because I hate Honest. That's the only part in the Lightsworn deck I consistently find myself having problems with. But Honest, you just have to play around. You have to play for it. You can Book a Moon. You can Lightning Vortex. This is why Lightning Vortex is such a good card. People forget that. This is why Book a Moon is such a good card. You Book a Moon, their monster, attack it. That's a +1 for you. Since they can't Honest. Of course, if they Garden, it's not. But Honest. But the thing that I think Honest should be semied, just because you can play it in more than Lightsworn decks. If it was only for Lightsworn monsters, I think you could leave it at 3. But the fact you can Little City it, I've even seen in Elemental Heroes. You see it all over the place, really. So yeah, and then you were talking about Airbellum and Cat. Airbellum is not going to 1. I can guarantee you this. It is the best tuner in the game, but yes, I do think it's better than Plexberg Zombie, depending on the deck. But the Airbellum is only really playable in Cat Synchro because its effect is good, but 1600 attack, that's not going to last that long. And if you put Airbellum at 1, Synchro Cat's done. The deck isn't playable anymore. It's like Zombies, like even worse, because you go Cat into Airbellum and then what? Because you can only get 1 Synchro Summon. They should semi it. I don't know if they will though, because Cat has already been in the OCG for like a year or 2. They haven't touched it. They haven't touched Airbellum. They haven't even touched Cat. Oh, they semied Summoner Moth, but that's about it. So yeah, Airbellum's not going to 1. I can tell you that. Rescue Cat. I don't think they need to put Cat at 1. I think that's a waste. Because they're still gonna monk into it. Cat's not a good draw anyways. Because sure, Cat's a 1-card Goyo Guardian or Android, but it's still not that good when you draw it. The entire point is to monk Cat 2 Airbellums. So putting Cat at 1 isn't gonna do too much. They still could. Not saying they won't. It's not for sure though. Just because they need to touch Summoner Monk. They need to put Monk at 1. And then you said Dark Strike should be banned. It's not gonna be banned. It should be, but it won't. I know that sounds confusing, but it won't. There's no way, because it's just a Synchro monster. That's the reason why they won't ban it. It's a Synchro monster. That's the entire thing. It's hard to get out in all decks. The only deck that can easily get it out is Cat and Black Wings. Glads can't really get it out effectively. Lightsworns can't get it out effectively unless they go Celestia Plague. And other decks can't get it out that easily either. The only way you can OTK with it is with Airbellum. And the Monk Cat thing. Hence why I think that Monk should go to 1, so the double Dark Strike OTK is no longer available. But you can still get a Dark Strike off that. But yeah, so other than that, Cyber Dragon should go to 2. Yeah, I on my ban list I said Cyber Dragon could go to 3. It's a terrible card. I don't know who would run 3 of it. That'd be ridiculous. And I think D-Draw should go back to 3. They have no point in having it at 2 because Telidad's dead anyways. So yeah, this is about a 10-minute video, so peace out.